Hey everybody. So I'm going to do a close. Halloween is coming up. I've not had time to change some of the babies and Halloween stuff. So I decided to do 3 of them. We've got Kara from In Love with Reborn. She's the one that did her. And then we've got Zoe and Prince. These two are twins, of course, if you can't tell. And they are from Amazon. They're no longer available on Amazon. Sometimes they do appear on Amazon every now and then. But I've not checked AliExpress. Sometimes if they stocked on Amazon, they're still on AliExpress. So if you want them, I would check them out on AliExpress and see if you can find them. So we have Kara here. And like I said, they're all 3 going to get changed into Halloween outfits. So this video might be a little long, so I'm sorry if you guys don't want to listen to it. That's fine. I'm hoping to talk more about my grandma. So this is going to go on Miss Kara here. Now it's a 0 to 3, so it might be a tad bit big on her. I have a white onesie underneath her just in case. But I thought it was really cute and I really wanted it on her. What size do I have on her right now? I have newborn on her. So yeah, 0 to 3 might be a little big on her. That's okay. We can deal with it. So Monday is Halloween. I'll probably end up putting a short up on Monday or Sunday night. Of the babies I did end up getting dressed. It's a little bit harder for me to dress the babies when Megan's not here because Megan's most of the time able to help me. So usually Halloween is my hardest holiday and Valentine's Day, but we don't have very many Valentine's Day clothes, so I might have to put some pants on her or something because I forgot she's 3/4 all the way around. Alright, so we're going to get with my grandma. So the couple of stories I have remembered from grandma. I was raised Pentecostal. That's the religion I was raised in. So my Grandma Bolton was a Pentecostal. And I remember fluently, and it's to this day I can't attend another church because of this. I read my Bible and worship at home. I grew up in churches where my family made up 3 or 4 pews, maybe more, of just my family. So I had family there, and I can't seem to attend another religion or another church, even being Pentecostal, because I'm used to that. I'm used to family being in your religion, but I live so far away from them now, and now that Grandma has passed, I think most of the family has not left the church, but they have moved on to different churches. So they've split up. So even if I was still living in southern Indiana, I still wouldn't be able to attend church with my family like I grew up with. At the start, of course, it was just 1 pew. And then as the kids grew up, because my mom's the oldest kid. So as I said in the other video, I'm one of the oldest grandkids. So as the kids grew up, Grandma's kids grew up and started having kids and started getting married. Our presence in those churches just grew, basically. The only negative part about it was my grandparents moved from church to church. Like if something happened in that church that they didn't agree with, they'd go find a different church. So that's the only negative about it, was that it wasn't one particular church. It was There was one church I really liked. It was a Gentryville Church. It's an old town in southern Indiana that I really liked. And we went there a couple of times. It wasn't stay. So Zoe and Prince here are going to be twins, or dressed like twins. It says cute to the bone. And then, like I said, they're the exact same outfits. I don't remember. I think Megan got these off of, Once Upon a Child, I think. But another story I was remembering just the other day was my grandparents, they never bought a house. They always rented. They never owned a house personally. So when the kids were growing up, they were renting a house out in a town called Tennessee, I think it was, or not Tennessee, Tennyson or something. It was a old farmhouse. It's pretty big. And it was the first house that I remember, because like I said, I think it was their house for quite some time. So I might have been 8, 9 years old, and I was to the point where I'd get my own food. Well, I had this uncle. He's over 6 feet tall. His name is Kenny. And he was one of my strict uncles. He had not had kids yet, but he was a strict, even when he started having kids, he was strict. But so I got my food. Thought I could eat it all, but as what my family always said, my eyes are bigger than my stomach. So I couldn't eat it all. So my uncle told me to sit there until I ate it all. I probably ate about half of the plate and still had another half. So I sat there, I would say for a good 30 minutes, not touching anymore because I knew if I did, I'd get sick. Finally, my grandma comes in, takes the plate from me and says, "Go play, Melissa." And of course, my Uncle Kenny was just look at her because couldn't really say much to Grandma because Grandma run the house basically. So I was kind of thinking as a kid, I thought it was kind of funny that my grandma could just overstep my uncle just like that. Because my uncle, he was tall, so he kind of scared me. Now, he wasn't mean, but he, like I said, he was tall, so to me that was scary. You got something in your hair. Is it Princess or Prince? I had to wash his hair. He got something on the vinyl. But I said he wasn't a mean uncle, but he was also an uncle that you knew what he tells you to do to obey him or else. But yeah, my grandparents, they were the grandparents I grew up with. I had other ones, and I have, I think, one grandma still alive, which she might be passing here soon too, because she's got dementia. But my grandma and Grandpa Bolton is what I used to call them because I had so many grandparents. But of course their face, I'd call them Grandma and Grandpa, but in private or on Christmas cards, stuff like that, I would call them Grandma and Grandpa Bolton. But they were the grandparents I grew up with. Loved them both. My grandpa couldn't read or write. When he was growing up, it was in the time where it was better to go out and get a job than go to school. So, and he never was able to learn how to read or write. So I think he finally was able to learn how to sign his name, but that was it. So even the Bible, he had to have like those the read to Bible, or the audio books of the Bible. He had to have those on either tapes. At that time it was tapes. But he's just, they're just, it's still a little heartbreaking that they're both gone. And it's a little troubling for me, and it breaks my heart every time I see it. But I work at Walmart now, and I've been there for a year now, and we have when we get the orders, because I'm a personal shopper there, when we get the orders, it has their first name and their last name on it, or their first initial and their last name on it. So let's say it's a J. Smith or something. Well, every Monday, or Sunday or Monday, one of those 2 days, we get a order. It's regular every Monday or Sunday or Monday. We get an order that has H. Bolton on it. Which before Grandma died, I just pretend I was picking for her. But now that she's passed away, I seen it the other day for the first time since she passed away. I'd been lucky because I hadn't seen it since then. Somebody else must have had gotten it. But I seen it for the first time since she passed away, and I don't know. Of course I did my job. I picked what I needed to pick for the order. But it's heartbreaking to see it. But I can't just quit my job because of this, because there's going to be other stuff and other jobs that's going to affect me just as much. So it's something I'm going to have to learn how to get over. I have taken a picture of it. I might put it up on this when I post it. But it's just very sad. But I'll eventually get over it. And I might not ever get over it. I'll just learn how to live with it. But we've got Zoe here, and we've got little Prince, and we got Kira. They are looking absolutely adorable in their little Halloween outfits. Like I said, this outfit is a little big on her. But I kind of like it because the onesie was able to come down and cover her cloth legs. So I won't have to put pants on her or anything. All three of them. The other two has full legs, so I wasn't worried about them. But even if her cloth shows a little bit, I can always arrange her in the picture. But yeah, she's was painted by In Love with Reborns. Her video, all three of these videos, box openings should be on the channel. She's a basic art baby from In Love with Reborns 2011. Stephanie does a good job, and so does Jackie with the hair. But those are a few more stories of my grandma and grandpa. I figure I add him into it too, because he passed, I want to say 5 or 6 years before my grandma passed. I was kind of shocked that she lasted as long as she did. But my grandma has always been a stubborn woman. Which I kind of wonder if that's where I get my stubbornness sometimes. But they just celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary, and then he passed, I think, a month or two later. So they were married for 60 years. But I know they're both probably in heaven looking down on me and proud of what they see, but it's just not knowing. See, growing up, I've always been afraid of death because you don't know exactly what happens after. Yeah, some people believe in heaven and hell. Some people believe nothing happens after death. You just die, and some people believe in reincarnation. At this present moment, I am trying to truly decide what I believe. Like I said, I was raised Pentecostal, I'm not fully in the Pentecostal way now. I'm more of a Christian, I think you would say, because Pentecostals, you don't cut your hair, you don't wear earrings, you wear skirts all the time, dresses or skirts all the time. I don't do that anymore. You don't watch TV in some Pentecostals, but those are a couple of stories of my grandmother's. 3 of my babies have been dressed in Halloween. I might dress more later. Like I said, on Halloween, which is Monday, I think, I'll do a short and show you which babies I've dressed. Now, some of the babies I've dressed, their box opening might not be up yet, but they will eventually be up. All of them will eventually be up, we promise. It's just, there for a while I couldn't edit, and Megan was the only one who could edit, and we just got behind because of that. Because of her schooling, she couldn't edit as quickly as we needed to. So now that I'm able to edit, we're trying to get them up more. And then putting in some other recent videos like this is a recent video. Megan's trying, she did a clothing changing of Jax, I think is who she took back with her. But she can't, for some reason, she can't download it from her iPad to her computer. So she's got to figure that out. And once she figures that out, she'll edit and put it up. But this video will go up Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. But I'm just rambling now. This video is like 17 minutes long, so I hope you guys enjoy it. These 3 little cuties wish everybody happy Halloween. Thanks, guys.